everybody, welcome back. It's Yummy Monday again. Summer is a really busy time for everybody. You've got library programs and swimming lessons and t-ball games and all kinds of reasons that you're away from your house. Sometimes when you come home, when you're on your way home, your stomach is growling and you're really hungry and you might be thinking, I'm so hungry, I just want to eat the very minute I walk in the door. Well, today's recipe is going to allow you to do just that. Today we're making salad in a jar. Now, what you need, the ingredients are super simple. First thing you need is a clean jar. Now, you can use, some of your moms might have canning jars, or sometimes they're called mason jars. You can use one of those. I don't have any of those, so I'm using a spaghetti jar that I've used up all the sauce inside, and I've washed it out really well, and I'm going to use that for my jar today. Okay, here's the rest of our ingredients. We need carrots, tomatoes, cucumbers, sliced almonds, some cheese, grilled chicken, sunflower seeds, and our dressing, and of course our lettuce. Now you can add things to this list or you can take things away. For instance, if you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to put the tomatoes in the salad. Some of you also like pepperoni in your salads. Instead of grilled chicken, you could use pepperoni, or you could use pepperoni and grilled chicken, whatever you want. The nice thing about this recipe is that it can be customized to every member of your family, and the great thing about that is then when you're at the library or out running around somewhere doing some fun summer activity and you come home and you're starving, lunch can be ready for everybody exactly to their taste, like that. And that's great for everybody. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is you add your dressing. Now, this kind of is a strange way to assemble a salad. It seems backwards, but when it's time to taste it, you'll understand why we're doing this backwards. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make our dressing. Now, you might remember a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago probably, when we did our wedge salad, we made a combined dressing for our taste tester, and we used honey mustard and ranch dressing. And he really liked that, so we're going to do that again today. So, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of ranch dressing, and then I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of honey mustard dressing. And we just mix it together. Put that in there. And you know what? I'm going to use up this honey mustard dressing with this 2nd tablespoon. Okay. So then, we'll put our dirty spoons in our jar here. This is where we'll take our baby spoon and stir everything together. Get it nice and mixed. And then once you get it mixed, we're going to just pour it right in the jar. Now you can use whatever kind of dressing you like. If you don't like honey mustard or ranch, you can use French or Thousand Island or any other kind that you might like. Okay, or if you don't like dressing, you can skip this step altogether. Okay, it looks good and mixed. So we're going to take our clean jar and we're going to just pour our dressing right into the bottom. Scrape the very last little bit out. Okay. Alright, the next thing we're going to add is our carrots. Now if you don't like carrots, you could add some other coarse vegetable. You need a vegetable that's not, like you wouldn't want to put your tomatoes in right now because they would get soggy. We need something that's a hard vegetable already. So carrots work really well. So we're going to just dump our carrots in the bottom into the dressing. Just making you hungry watching? Making me hungry. Okay, the next thing we're going to add after our carrots, so you might want to just kind of move it around a little bit. Not only is it going to be tasty, it's going to be beautiful. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take our grilled chicken that it's already cooked and sliced up. So we're going to just drop that in the jar. This is also where if you want to use pepperoni or slices of ham or chunks of ham, you would add them at this stage as well. Okay, kind of wipe my hand off a little bit so I don't get chicken on the outside of the jar. Okay, so we're going to just shake our chicken around a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to add our cucumbers right on top of that. And then we're going to add our tomatoes right on top of that. Again, shake it around just a little bit. Doesn't that look beautiful? Wouldn't you love to eat that? Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of cheese. And I'm just using a mix of Colby cheese and Monterey Jack cheese. It's called Kojak cheese. But you could use cheddar or any other kind you want, or you could use no cheese at all if you don't like cheese on your salad. Okay, and then shake that. Most important thing, just give it a little shake after adding each ingredient. Okay, so now we're going to add our sliced almonds. Just dump those right in. This is really just kind of a layer salad, but it's great for having ready when you get home from running errands, or it's also great if you're having a picnic. You can go ahead and make this up ahead of time and just put it inside your cooler. What you want to do in that case is just write each person's name either on the side. You could put a piece of tape and write their name on the tape, or write it on the lid so that everybody knows who gets which salad. I'm going to add a few sunflower nuts. Our taste tester really likes these. Into the jar. And what do we do next? Shake. Beautiful. Okay, now the very last step, we're going to add the lettuce. So I'm going to just cut into small strips. Now if you're using bag lettuce, you would just take a handful of that out and put that in the jar. I'm using it right from the head, so I'm going to go ahead and just slice it up. Okay, and now you just stuff it in the jar and you just pack it as full, get as much in there as you can. Pack it right inside. Whoops. I have lettuce going everywhere. Just pack it right down inside. And then you're going to put the lid on. And here is our salad in a jar. This is so delicious. I can't wait for our taste tester to try it. I think he's going to be really excited when I ask him to taste test this. Now, you could eat it right out of the jar. If you leave a little bit more room at the top, you could just eat it right out of the jar. I didn't leave very much room. I packed mine to the brim of the jar, so we're going to dump this out onto a plate. But if you used a little bit bigger jar and left just a little bit of space at the top, you could then shake it up and that would mix your ingredients all around and you could just eat it right out of the jar with a fork. But we're going to use a plate today, so I need to go find my taste tester and see what he thinks of our salad in a jar.
Hit it, Maestro. You see, sometimes when I get depressed, I just need a good salad. I don't know why, it's just always been that way. Sometimes when I feel bad, my mom knows what to do. She says, I'll make a salad specially for you. Put in tomatoes, ham, and lettuce too. It's the salad I made for you. I like eating salad. I like eating salad. I like eating salad. Thank you for the salad, Mom. Sometimes when I feel sad, my mom knows what to do. She says, I'll make a salad specially for you. Put in bananas and some cherries too. It's the salad I made for you. I like eating salad. Come on, sing. I like eating salad. I like eating salad. Thank you for the salad, Mom. Now you see, Fidget, it's recommended that you get 1 to 3 cups of vegetables a day, and you can do that easily with a good salad. Eating a good salad can be one of the best things in life. Let me explain. When I have a birthday party once a year, I'm so happy that my friends will all be here. Mom will make a salad, we'll have ice cream too. It's a party for me and you. Salad when you're